Thanks for staying with us on this edition of Visions. This is our health and wellness segment of Visions, and we're very excited about our guest on this segment and this edition of Visions. Kimberly Hairston is the owner of Artistic Moves Dance and Fitness. Very excited to learn about this great organization. Mrs. Hairston, thanks for being with us on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Well, you know, I've got the opportunity to learn a little bit more about your facility, and so we wanted to just start out with you just kind of giving us an overview of the services that you offer at Artistic Moves Dance and Fitness.
Okay. I offer Zumba Fitness, Basic Zumba, Zumba Gold, Zumba Centel, and Zumba Toning.
Okay.
Another for the children is Basic and Advanced Baton Twirling classes, and I offer Majorette Dance.
Okay. Well, now that takes me to one of the questions I wanted to ask you, which I thought was really interesting about the basic baton twirling. I don't know, well, there's a lot of things I don't know, but I don't know if anyone that I've talked to that does baton twirling classes. So you do basic and advanced.
Yes.
So you're a professional, like expert.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. All right. Well. So tell us, how did you get into the business?
Zumba
Either
or
one
dance?
of them.
I would say high school. I've danced on collegiate levels. In high school, Mr. Dawson was one of my band directors, and he kind of pushed me off the instrument into dance because it was something that I wanted to do at the time. And my best friend, Courtney Washington, actually pushed me into Zumba.
Okay.
So that was years ago, probably I would say over 10 years ago. So.
Okay, all right. Well, you were telling me that you had 10 years of experience, and you also told me that you're born in Marion, Alabama?
Yes, Marion, Alabama,
All
Perry
right.
County.
So you know, we're glad to have you. So how
Thank you.
how did you make the transition from Marion to this area?
I married my best friend.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Harrison.
Mr. James Hairston.
Okay. All right. Very good.
And moved here, so.
All right, well, great. Well, we're really excited. Now, one of the things that I heard you, and I saw that you said in your information, is that you're very passionate and you love children.
Yes, I love children.
Okay.
Love children. And I love what I do. I love Zumba, helping people stay in shape and care about themselves, as well as coming to a fun environment, getting a good workout. And the children are just beautiful. You know, I love to see them smile and, you know, have fun dancing and learning new things.
Well, speaking of children, you said that you also teach children who have special needs.
Yes.
And I saw that you said that you teach them starting ages 5 to 16?
Yes.
Okay,
5
how's
to
that work?
16. It's the same. You know, they come in learning different things at the studio, learning Zumba. Some take Zumba, some take dance, and they enjoy it.
Really? Really? Well, now speaking of Zumba, one of the Zumba type classes that you do, you're telling me, is called Centella.
Yes.
Okay, how does that work? That's like with a chair?
Yes, it's a good work. It's a great workout,
Okay.
and it involves a chair, and we just use that. We do planks on the chair and actually push-ups and different other fitness moves.
Okay.
In the chair, yeah.
All right. Well, now your studio is over in the Forest Hills Shopping Center. We got your address on the screen, and so people can find you there. Now, you're telling me, you being a licensed Zumba instructor,
Yes.
you know, trying to enunciate Zumba. What's the process in getting licensed in that area?
You go a weekend. You go off. I got my license in Birmingham at the YMCA there, and Eric Santana is one of the master instructors that actually gave me my certification. But it's just a weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Okay. All right. And then, so once you get your certification and get your license, then you're open to open your own facility? Or,
Yes.
Or was it a process that it takes in order to be able to?
It's a process.
Okay.
You know, that you have to go through with opening your own facility, but you're able to do private classes, you know, with that certification.
Well, now, when we talk about health and wellness and fitness and dance, you're telling me that you believe that this is good because you're able to get a good workout
Yes.
in a fun environment.
Yes.
So is that the environment? Is that what you want people to know about your facility?
And, you know, it's a good benefit health-wise. You know, you always want to be health conscious and, get a good workout. A lot of people suffer from hypertension and diabetes. That's a good workout to, help, in that area.
Well, now you were telling me that before you moved and opened up shop in Montgomery, you had a big class over in your hometown.
In Marion, and I also did classes in Uniontown, Alabama.
Okay.
And it's Perry County,
Okay.
but I had over about 60 to 70 members.
And so you just had to transition, and you just had to leave them, and then
I had to leave.
Understand. Duty called. What are some of the testimonials? What do people say about being in the class and the results that they get from? You do baton twirling, you do Zumba, dance. I mean, what do people say?
They say really, really nice things. I have a fun personality. I can be silly at sometimes, so I make the environment fun, but I also push my members. Zumba, to get a really good workout. And I just have fun with the kids, and just teach them new things. They always love to learn, so that's good. So
What is the average amount of time for a class?
Zumba is an hour.
Okay.
It depends if my members want to talk early on, so it takes about an hour and 15 minutes because I make sure that they get their hour in. So if they come in talking, we're going to spend an extra 10 minutes working.
Understand. You got them on the clock.
Yes.
Now, do they come in mostly from work? Should people expect that when they come to see you that, you're there normally in the afternoon?
Yes.
Okay.
In the afternoon. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm there from 6 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
And Tuesday and Thursday, I am there from 5:30 to 6:30 and 6:30 to 7:30 and then 7:30 to 8.
Okay.
Because I have the kids shortly after Zumba.
Okay. All right. And so how do the parents of the special needs children feel about being able to bring them to your facility and to bring them to you?
They love me. I can honestly say that they feel comfortable. My husband is there to help, if needed. So they're comfortable, and they're glad that they have somewhere for their child to interact and learn new things. So yeah.
That's excellent. Very good. Well, now you were telling me that you had a special event that you're going to do like on a Friday.
Yes.
And then you want people to know about that.
Yes, this Friday I'll be at the studio for an hour between 5:30 and 6:30 in the evening. Just allowing people to come sign up for Zumba or sign your child up for dance or dance majorette, whichever one that they decide to sign up for.
Okay. All right. Well, now since you brought up about this baton twirling, advanced and basic, I want to find out about that. So, our students that are junior high, well, they don't call it junior high; they call it middle school.
Middle school.
Okay. Middle school, high school. Do they come to see you? What
Yes.
age groups do they come to see?
Between ages 6 to 18.
Okay.
I try to encourage the 6 is beginning at elementary. So I do basic surrounding the elementary students, and I try to do advanced for the high school and junior high because they, some are easier to catch on than others, but I try to offer them, the advanced twirling for the junior high and high school.
Okay. Now, do you have to have a certain dexterity?
None. I can teach you how to twirl.
You don't have to have like certain manual dexterity
No.
to do that, to twirl?
It's easy.
Do you have guys
If they would like to join, they can.
I didn't know what you talk. You got. I've seen guy
Yes.
twirl.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, is there a particular age group of girls young ladies that that in particular come to see you? Is there?
13. I would say between 11 and 16 is what I have right now, and that's the age that I really want to target. Because at 18 you're getting ready to go to college, but if they would like to come, I teach them everything that they need to know. If they want to twirl on a collegiate level, then I can teach them.
Okay. All right. Because you've got that experience.
I am. I'm very good at what I do.
Wow. Okay. So you heard it here on Vision. She knows what she's doing. All right. So when you talk about dancing, we see a lot of dance shows. we talk about Zumba. Are there any other types of dancing that you do, or you primarily keep it to Zumba type dance?
Dance majorette is different. It's a different type dance. I know a lot of the younger generation is into Bring It, the dance TV show, and it's similar to that dance.
Okay. So do people come to you wanting that type of dance that they see?
Now
on the
that
show?
they know, yes, that I teach that class, yes.
Okay. So they can come see you for that type of dance too?
Yes, they can.
Okay. All right. You just want to put that out there.
Yes, just want to put that out there.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think this is fantastic, and I also asked you, you've been open a while now with your company, and it's great. And where do you want to see it? Your vision. This shows about vision, and where you see yourself down the road, and what you like to do.
A year from now, my vision is to be in a bigger facility with more members. Hopefully in the Montgomery area, but if I can go to another, location, then that's fine too. If I have a facility here in Montgomery, I'm willing to travel. If I have a facility in Auburn, that's my vision, is to not just be here in Montgomery, but in other, cities nearby.
Okay. All right. Well, by the way, they can see this program in Auburn.
Oh, good.
And in Selma.
Yes.
Maybe even in your hometown, Marion. I'm not sure. We have to look at the map and see all of where we cover, but it's pretty broad territory.
Okay, well, good.
So you're open to expansion.
I am.
And the growth,
Yes.
not just in Montgomery, but the broad area. Well, we're very excited, and we certainly wish you much success
Thank you.
on your program. We're going to invite you back so you can kind of give us an update.
Okay,
Of
sounds
your
good.
progress and how
Yes.
things are going. We appreciate your husband, Mr. Hairston, coming to be with you today, Mrs. Hairston, your mother-in-law.
Yes.
She's a good friend, and so we encourage you to go to Artistic Moves Dance and Fitness. This is Kimberly Hairston, and you see the number and the information on the screen. And so thanks for watching on this edition of Visions. Please stay tuned, and we'll be right back.